You are listening to SheKings with Erica and Allie. This is a podcast for peasants who don't want to live shitty lives. Every week we share insights on how to stop living out of habit and start living out of inspiration. So let's do this.
All right. Hello. Welcome.
Yes, beautiful people. Welcome to SheKings, where every week we bring clarity to overused spiritual buzzwords. Hey guys, welcome to SheKings. Welcome to SheKings, where every week we bring clarity to overused spiritual buzzwords and little-known spiritual concepts so that you can live a life with more freedom and ease. Whatever, Allie.
I love it. Nope. We're going. We're rolling because that was hilarious. I was just like, wait, did she switch over to speaking Dutch? Am I missing something?
No, I'm going to cut that so people aren't going to know what we're talking about now.
No, you're not going to cut it.
I'm going to cut it. So this is episode 20, and we are in the place to be with Asha, a tiny SheKing. Be prepared to be interrupted. Let's go.
Let's do this. So checking in. How are you?
I'm good. I'm, in the house like everybody right now. We just got a trampoline today. So yeah, it was supposed to be for Asha. One of the mini ones.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be for Asha, who used to love trampolines. And as you can see right now, she thinks that the couch is a trampoline, but she doesn't like it. So it'll be mine. So wonderful. I'm looking forward to that. Oh, and I guess I started running every morning.
Did you?
Boom. I did. I said, well, I'm home, so I might as well get the party started. So that's nice too. So that's what's going on with me.
Good for you. I look at people running and I would say, I'm going to do that. But then when I just like take a couple of steps, I'm like, no.
First of all, you run stairs. Okay. So there's that.
It's like jogging, like, yeah. I don't know.
I like it.
Yeah.
I kind of like it. I listen to Muji or Umani or, some other spiritual teacher, and I just run my little run.
Interesting. I have to do music. Music's my motivation. I can't do anything workout related without music.
Yeah, I thought I needed music, but I'm actually interested in what they have to say. And so it'll keep me going better than music, because music, I'm like, I know how this ends. But these people talking, I'm like, are they going to say something cool? Like, I'm all over it. Music is for showers. I just take nice long showers to the music. Actually, they're not that long. They're not that long because I'm not that cool. Because I don't know why people take such long showers. I'm like, what are you doing in there? Or like, when people like pee for a really long time, like hate women's bathrooms. I'm like, what is happening in that toilet room with you? Okay, because
when you start cycling them through, people.
Exactly. What kind of luxurious event is happening in your stall? Because my stall is just like, get in there and then get out of there,
Taking that time to text, catch up on social media. Like,
I guess, but a lot of women just sit on toilets out here. So I'm a hoverer, or like a lay the thing down. So I'm also not trying to just like hold that squat for like 12 minutes either. So we gotta move this along. Anyway, totally off subject. What's going on in your world?
As you know, I took biomagnetism a few years ago.
Yes.
And I am inviting that back into my world. So biomagnetism is using magnets to clear out viruses. And I've actually worked with a couple of clients that have the coronavirus, and I'm getting good results. So I'm going to start adding it, putting it out there.
Well, tell us about one case. What happened?
So he had it, one of my friends, and this is all distance healing, which is awesome too. And so I just do what I normally do with energy work is I connect, I clear, like emotions that I can tap into. And then I just go through I have a book, like to see which viruses, which ones are present, what are the pairs. So there are two cells that talk to each other. And when they're not when they're not turned right, then there's no communication in between them. And then viruses can hang out. But then when you put the magnets there, it turns the cells. So then they're reconnected, and then it clears up any disease. So anywho, I did my thing. I checked with him the next morning. He just goes, "Oh my God, I haven't felt this good in so long." He goes, "I'm on the road to mending." And then he just goes, "Did you do some energy work on me?" And I was like, "Yes, I certainly did." So
that's awesome.
yeah, so I'm going to start putting that out there and just see who's receptive to it. Yeah, and I'll leave information. You can also, I'll leave information. It's going to be on my website and stuff too. So, of course. But anyway, that's consuming my time.
No, that's awesome. Allie and I got introduced to biomagnetism on San Marta, and with a practitioner there, and it is just really, really awesome. It's not just viruses. I mean, I got to the point where I was going to that practitioner with like the most random stuff. I'm like, oh, my eyes are really dry, and like she would just place the magnet. She figured out what the issue was, place the magnets, and I'm like, literally, like tears are coming down my face. She's like, and she, "You good?" And I'm like, I think we're set. I think the dry eyes, but like went to her for tons of stuff, Vellum as well, and biomagnetism is like really a gift from the gods. So look that up. We'll leave something in the notes. Well, we always leave something in the notes, which is our contact info if you're interested in connecting with Allie about that. All right.
That's my world. So let's dive into today's episode.
Yeah. And because I think that counts for, ooh, that's my shit. That's my shit.
Yeah.
Magnetism, bitches.
Look it up. Absolutely. Got my little magnets here.
Ah, they're so cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to have Allie do a session on me. Guys, I have to figure out something that needs amending, and then I'll tell you guys all about it. But I always call Allie whenever I feel even slightly off. I'm like, Allie, knock, knock, knock. But we haven't done biomagnetism before, so.
Yeah, we haven't. It's crazy. Looking forward to it. Okay, episode 20. I love the title. What does it look like to mind your fucking business?
What does that look like? How would that feel? Mind your fucking business.
Mind your fucking business. Yeah.
No. Yeah, this one, I feel like, especially in the time of coronavirus, this is on time, because everybody's in everybody else's goddamn, it's always happening. But right now, what people should and should not be doing, and how people should and should not be acting. It's like, dude, hey, let people live and let live, man. It's like no tolerance for intolerance. It's like intolerance is intolerance, you know? Anyway, so we have a whole list of things that we're going to rant about where people are not minding their fucking business. And so we're going to put these out here because this list, it feels like a lot of people would agree. Like, yeah, well, it should be this way. But we're going to suggest to you, even in those situations, maybe you should mind your fucking business. So go ahead, Allie, take one of them.
Yeah. So, I mean, along with, we're so worried about what other people are doing, we're also worried about what other people think about what we're doing. And for example, I just went through that this morning. What will people think about me offering this modality that is like clearing out the coronavirus? It's like, will I be laughed at? Will I be shunned? Will people not believe me? Just all of that. And so then if I would just mind my own business and not worry about that, and just go like, yeah, this is what I know. I was trained in it. I'm seeing results, and just focus on that, then my life would be so much easier. So I wasted a lot of time and energy, you know, and even no matter how long it lasted, being out here going, oh my gosh, you know, I don't know why I was nervous to put it out there. Well,
Yeah.
I'll tell you why, because people are fucking dying.
Yeah.
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 And
But also because people don't mind their business. So somebody might see that, somebody might be triggered by that, like, oh, who the fuck does she think she is? Or whatever it is that people think.
yeah.
But here's an idea. If you see some shit, if you just happen to be scrolling through your timeline, or maybe you see a flyer
Mhm.
and you don't like what you see, you can mind your fucking business. That's what you can do and not worry about it. And it's so funny because you know what it's making me think about?
Mhm.
There is a Netflix show, a new Netflix show called Tiger King or something like that. I need you. It's ridiculous,
Okay.
but literally, so basically, it's about this guy named Joe Exotic, and he is a big cat zookeeper. And so he has this zoo in like Arizona or Arkansas or whatever. And it has like almost 200 like tigers and lions in it. And it's like this whole like just the life and the drama of him and his workers. And this woman who's out of Florida who also she has like a big cat preserve. And when I tell you that like 5 minutes into the show, I was like, I'm not going to make it through this show. Because basically, the woman in Florida who is a lover of big cats as well, she calls her place a preserve or a reserve, and he calls his place a zoo. And so she motherfucking, like, literally in her heart believed that she had the right to try to shut him down with all the stuff that he was doing. But Allie, when I tell you 5 minutes into the show, I was like, but they do the same thing. Like, she literally just has a place and she's like, because the big cats should not be in tiny cages. They need like 200 square miles to be able to run. You know, I keep my cats in cages, but I only do that because, wait, what? You mean to tell me that you're just judging this person and you're doing the same freaking thing? And it's like she couldn't mind her business. And so the whole show is about him apparently like putting a hit out to have her killed. It's not funny. It's not funny, Erica. To have her killed because she Allie, why are you laughing? It's batshit crazy. It's completely insane. To have her killed because she was trying to take his cats from him. And like really, like when I tell you she's like the picture of not minding your business, like he was doing these shows at the malls, at different malls all over the country, and she would literally have like thousands and thousands of people send emails to the malls to say, don't let this guy come to your mall because he's abusing these pets. And you know, listen, we can fall on either side of the fence on this. I don't know if I agreed with everything he was doing. I also don't know if she's the person to be leading the fight against what he's doing, since she's literally doing the exact same thing. Oh my gosh. So I say all that stuff about it as if I actually saw the show, because like literally, like when I saw what was happening, I was like, oh, this is just gonna make me mad because they're the same.
Well, and the reason why people don't, I mean, look at our society. Like, look at how obsessed our society is with reality TV. Like, we're all up in other people's business. We want
We
to know.
want to be. Yeah.
Want to be. And is it a wonder that our president
Is a reality TV show?
TV show
Person.
before he was elected, but now it's the same situation.
Nothing changed.
Because so now we're just like, we're in just everybody's business all the time. You had some good examples about people like being in other people's business, and yeah, so share those.
So the examples I gave, I just think they're so funny because just like this Tiger King thing, it's like, who are you to talk to this person? So one is I had two friends who were massage therapists. And so I introduced them, and one or both of them listens to the show. So, hey girls, but they're both massage therapists, and they had never met each other. And so we were out one night, introduced them, And one of them also does tantra work. And so the one who doesn't was like, so you're a prostitute, huh?
Oh my goodness.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, one who doesn't do tantra work, you do sleep with a lot of men though. So,
So you also do tantra work, but for free. I
for
got
free, you do free tantra work, like
you.
literally. And like, but it's like, you're judging her, but then, you know, some puritanical woman over here who thinks that like sex before marriage is terrible, she's judging you. And then, so like everybody just mind your business and let people live.
Absolutely. Yeah. So it's everybody is coming from their own perception, how they were raised. They're coming from, this is my religion, these are my beliefs. And everybody's coming from that aspect of it. So think of all of the perceptions that we have and all the judgment that comes with the perceptions. It's absolutely crazy. And so, yeah, I mean, some people like think about it. Like think of all the cultures who you can't show your shoulders, you can't show your midriff, you can't show your legs, and then people who do, you know, judge, 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 and then it's just crazy, absolutely crazy. And other religions criticizing this religion and this, like, oh my gosh,
It's have a world of it, a world that's completely made up of everybody looking over to somebody else's garden and looking into somebody else's bedroom window
yeah.
to judge what they're doing.
Absolutely. And okay, so another example would be the coronavirus, like who goes out and who doesn't go out. Well, I go out and I take the grandkids for a walk when I go out. I go out to go to the grocery store to get food when we need it. Um, and then so other people have their ideas, right? You
But
should.
this is also, that's one of them, right? So I always felt like, as much as we shouldn't go out and really try to like keep that distance, that if everybody would be super respectful, that, you know, why wouldn't people need to be able to go out for a run, right? Why wouldn't someone be able to go out for a nice walk just to have some fresh air? And I was speaking with a friend and he was like, no, nobody should go out, that's ridiculous, you know, just step outside on your balcony or like go to your backyard, or do, you know, do whatever you need to do, but that's
Crack
completely
a
ridiculous.
window.
Yeah, crack a window, bring in some air, like do whatever you need to do. But I know people from Spain, and you know what's happening in Spain, and everything's so bad, people just need to stay in the house. Well, a few days later, he was in the house for a little too long, and he was like, I just had to not just go out, but I'm going to go out, I'm going to meet a friend, but we're going to keep our distance. And so it's just, so mind your business.
Yeah.
Mind your business and trust that everybody is doing the best that they can, because when it all comes down to it, you're going to do what you want to do, and you don't want to be judged. You don't want people all over your stuff.
Absolutely. I was laughing. So there's this yoga teacher here. I don't know her too well, but she posted on my page, like, you know, by you staying open is like completely irresponsible. The classes were small, like 2 to 4 people. And so it went into accordance with what our government was saying, or the mayor and stuff, you know, people over 50, you can't have it. And there were just like 4 people for classes and stuff. Anyhow,
Yeah.
so she did like this mean post on my on my studio. And so, you know, I explained some stuff to her, but anyway. And then so it ended up where I had to, everybody closed down. Doesn't matter, all businesses closed down unless you're essential. So I was on her page. Well, I was on a different page, and then her profile popped up, so I just clicked on it.
Tell us, what did you find?
A day before she sent that to me, she was sending out, hey, you guys, the studio's closed, but I can still meet up with like 4 of you, small groups to do classes, or I can go over to your house to do one-on-one.
So she's just taking her coronavirus up in people's house? She just walk up in my house? How many people did you see today? Like, what you've done is like a violation of, but this is the deal, right?
Yeah.
Mind your business. Trust that other people are doing the best they can, that they're looking around and making the best decisions for themselves.
Yeah.
And they don't need your freaking opinion on what they should be doing or how they should be doing it. At least not share with this, because there's such a feeling of like, being indignant and being, super righteous.
Yes, absolutely. And we talked about this a little bit in some of our other ones is, yeah, because when people come across that way, then they think they're saying that I'm better than, like, I would never do that. And I would never do it that way. And it's just like, so there's some posts and stuff going around about people who are offering free yoga. And there's a handful of people who think that's like the worst thing ever. Like, you should never offer free yoga. And so it's just like amazing. And these like verbal attacks are going on about this. And it's like, who cares what people are offering and how much money they're charging? And then on the other side, light workers, if you're a light worker, this is people in need, you should not be charging, right? And it's just like, well, no, but light workers have to eat too. So yeah, gonna charge. Like,
Yeah, but
people
that's
need food. Are the grocery stores now not supposed to charge for food? Like,
absolutely.
it makes no sense.
It doesn't make any sense. And the yoga, right? I've had people come to my my social media pages in past years, not recently, to tell me, oh, I'm charging too much for something. And I'm like, listen, I don't come to your job, okay? And gonna keep my inappropriate comment, but I don't come to what you do and tell people, because yoga is awesome and it's cool. And the one thing about anyone who knows me is that I have so many pro bono things going on at any given time. For as much as I charge, I also give a ton. And also with my yoga, it always said, if you can't afford this, just contact me in advance and we'll work something out. So whether that is paying $1 or euro or, cutting the price in half, whatever works for you, I'm always available for that. But yoga, I'm sorry, it's not essential. It's not essential. And like whatever job that, the people who have the nerve to comment on it, whatever they do, I'm sure it's, probably equally as essential or non-essential, but nobody's asking you to do it for free.
Yeah.
Right. And so it's really crazy how somebody says, okay, it should be free. And somebody says, oh, don't undervalue it. It's like, listen, people who want that value will pay for it. People who want that value will go to the free one. And it's like, it's almost, like you said, judging yourself is better, but it almost is this scarcity, like this zero sum game where it's like, if you get this, I don't get it. If you have this experience, then I don't get to have the experience that I want to have. And if that's not the case, and I'm sure plenty of our listeners can point out experiences where like, well, what about this? What about that? What about this? I probably will always say to mind your business or do whatever it is that you feel you need to do to address your personal issue. But honestly, people.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's so funny how our society is set up is like, the more allies that we can get on our side to agree with us, then that just keeps us in this distraction. So when we don't mind our own business, it's just distraction. We're not looking at ourselves, like, to sit with it and be like, why does that bother you? Like, why are you having such a hard time with it? That work never gets done because you're busy like recruiting people to your point of view, when your point of view is stupid. It was stupid at the concept. It was stupid when you thought it. It was stupid when you typed it. It was stupid when you said it. It will always be stupid. And all you're doing is just collecting more stupid people.
Well, but this is the thing. And the reason why it's stupid is because it's irrelevant to you. It's a waste of time. What does it have to do with you if Allie leaves her studio open for 2 or 3 people? If anybody who is like, oh, nobody should go to a yoga studio right now, anybody who feels that way shouldn't be in a fucking yoga studio right now. Like, that's but anybody who feels differently,
yeah,
then let them live their lives. That's their freaking adult ass decision.
Yeah.
Period.
And it's so funny, and I don't know how it is there or wherever else, but here it's like, it cracks me up because we're just like social distancing, blah, 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 doing all this stuff. And when shit's about to close down, so the mayor said that the liquor stores in Denver and the dispensaries were closed, will be closing the next day. Like there was a line, like to get into a concert, like just wrapped around like blocks. Like it was insane. And people are like this.
Yeah.
The line.
Coffee shops.
I'm just like,
here in Amsterdam as well. When they said at 5:30, they were like, everything's closing down at 6. When I tell you people were like, I need my weed, like stat, like there are coffee shops on like every other corner. Coffee shops are the weed places. All of them were packed out, like on top of each other. Because to them, they would rather suffer any repercussion than be locked down in their homes without able to alter their reality.
And I promise you, half of those people were the ones that were like, everybody should stay in, don't go out, except for if the weed place is about to close. That's the only exception I will give.
Yeah.
But this is how,
go ahead.
This is how pathetic Denver is. It went out, everybody swarmed, and it was still, you saw 24 hours before it closed, 24 hours. Everybody swarmed on these liquor stores and dispensaries and everything. And there was such a panic that the mayor, an hour later, rescinded it. Like, never mind, liquor store, you're saying there?
Yes, I assure you the coffee shops are reopened. Because who can deal with that? Like, just normal reality. Terrible. Yep.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's fucking hilarious. And so all the people are in line, like, I mean, you may now have corona for something that wasn't even necessary.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. But I mean, I guess that's the point that we will make is that everybody, we're always super hard on other people and what we see outside, but we're always willing to bend the rules for ourselves. We always see ourselves differently. And so, even my whole thing is when people are like stopped in a stupid place. So if you're like getting right off the escalator and as soon as you go up the escalator, you stop. I'm like, this is a fucking escalator. Like, why are you stopped right here? Like there are a million people who have to walk forward. Or like you walk into a grocery store and you just stop at the entrance and it's like, what is wrong with you? Yeah. And so I actually spent quite some time noticing when I did those things. I'm like, this person couldn't possibly know that they're doing something so ridiculous. And so I made it a point to like notice when like I think that whatever my reason is good enough to stop right at the entrance of the grocery store, like other people aren't walking in. And it's like, I don't know. It's probably never really that important, but like I just wasn't conscious enough. And like that's the thing. Like maybe people are unconscious, and if you tell them in a kind way, shoot me a something in my inbox instead of trying to put me on blast on the socials and say, hey, listen, I don't know if you read all the stuff, but some people can't afford yoga, and so maybe your 45 euro workshop that people must really, really need. You just gotta come to this workshop, but your 45 euro workshop is too expensive. Then I could just, without drama, without judgment, I could point that person to the fact that under every single thing that I offer, it says, if you have any issues with paying this but would like to be a part of it, please contact me directly. And the same for you. You can say, actually, for these classes, we have put a cap on it, 2 to 4 people, and these are the precautions that we're taking so that as opposed to going directly into not minding your fucking business and launching into judgment.
Oh, this could be like an hour and a half.
It could be. Oh, one more thing. So like the Tiger King thing with the tigers, like if that woman had just reached out to Joe Exotic, because they do the same thing, they're both obviously completely in love with cats, and just said, hey, like, let's sit down and talk. Now, mind you, I didn't watch the whole thing. Maybe she did. But I think they would have had a lot more in common than she assumed they did.
Like maybe getting killed.
Exactly. Murder for hire.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's in jail for like 22 more years for doing that, by the way.
Oh, he did kill him?
No, he just tried.
Oh, he just tried. Oh,
he tried to hire somebody to do it. So it sucks. So what's the homework now? because we're just going on and on.
We are. Okay, so just understand like what is your passion, right? So we put in there like why do you have to die on every single cross? Like, oh my God, this is such an injustice. I'm gonna put all of my energy into it. Like, why? Why are you doing that? And I promise you it's because so you don't have to look at your own shit. So you don't have to look at what's going on in your life. And why is it important to keep all your energy with you? Mind your own business is because you're not scattered, right? Your energy, most of your energy is lost in thought. And so when your energy is lost in thought, it lowers your immune system because there's not enough energy in your body to keep your immune system up. And so, and we can, now is an important time to keep your immune system up. So think of all the energy that you're leaking out just in other people's businesses and creating your own stories. So I love it. Like the best one I was watching, or I think my husband was telling me about Nancy Pelosi when the media came to her and just was asking her stuff about the corona. And then this one journalist was like, so what are your thoughts about Donald Trump's last tweet where he said, and she just interrupted him and she goes, I'm sorry. Like what? It's like, does it look like I have time to read tweets? Like I am trying to save a country. What he tweets has nothing to do with me. He's going to tweet what he tweets. He always does. I'm trying to save lives. And I'm just like, yes. Right.
Yes.
So it's like when people are trying to like pull you in to this, like this drama, this fucking soap opera that is our country.
Yep.
To be able to just be like, yeah, I don't have time. So like when you're in the midst, when you're with friends or especially with everybody that has all this downtime, like notice what you're putting your energy to. Like what gossips are you getting into? What are you bitching about? Just truly understand that you are doing this. You're not minding your business. Why you're not minding your business. And then start doing the work around it, right? I don't want to look at my own shit.
Yep.
I'm avoiding this over here. Yeah. So, and this is the time.
As justifiable as it may be, what you feel, right? I know typically when we're in these situations, we feel super justified. People shouldn't go out. Why are you so concerned? Why are you like literally looking for people who are breaking the rules so you can get fired up about it? Why? Because you're afraid right now. And you feel like you can have some control over yelling at some strangers on the street in a situation, in a time when you don't have very much control over your life. Like, why do you feel the need to attack this person or that person? Look at what's happening. When you are on fire and when you're in your passion, you are inner focused. You are forward focused. You are self-focused. You are now focused, but it's definitely not looking over into somebody else's stuff focused. So, by doing this homework of examining why you are in other people's business, you are going to start to open up some energy to just focus on something that's actually interesting to you, that doesn't create negative energy in your body.
And I love that. It's like, I think of it just like pulling all your energy back.
Yeah.
Right. So, because I can feel my energy deplete when I'm like in someone's business. So the yoga teacher that I was talking about who left that post, like I was so like, I just get so much, like it's an energy surge and it's going directly at her. Like if I could like blow shit up with my mind.
Shit would have been blown up on
like
fire.
It's that intense. And then I just like breathe it back to me like, Allie, bring it back, bring it back. And so think of all the energy that's out there in your world that you could be calling back for situations and experiences that are meaningful. None of this is meaningful when you're in other people's business. It's just not. It's all super.
And no matter what your mind tells you, it's also not that important.
Yeah, it's not. It's absolutely not. All right. So that is the episode for today. Please do the homework. Check yourself. Where are you putting your energy and all that stuff? If you want to work with me, you can find me at Allie Duncan Be Seen on Facebook and Instagrams. I am Allie Duncan on my website, and I'll be posting information of biomagnetism for those of you who are interested or know somebody who is interested. And then Erica, I like watching your big eyes. Where can the people find you?
ericadanielle.com, and Erica Danielle overshares on Insta and Facebook.
And please, we have our link to our Patreon. Like, if you can, please donate like $5 a month. It's nothing.
$8.
Oh,
She always says 5. I always say 8. It's 8. 8 such a good
$8 a month to keep our shows rolling and to support us. And we'd appreciate that. Thank you. And if you think that we should be doing it for free, just kidding. We'll totally still do it regardless. But I'm just saying, for free is free.
Some of you guys couldn't see what Ali did.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't nice. All right, guys, we love you so much. Give us feedback. Tell us we're wrong and that we're over generalizing, which we love to do. So
you're welcome. Thanks for tuning in.
We'll respond.
Yes.
All right.
Bye.